Zhang Yan and Zihui were childhood sweethearts. Their families had maintained close connections for generations with intertwined business cooperation. They lived in the same community and attended the same school since childhood, crossing paths all the time. Nevertheless, there was always an unbreakable distance between them, and they never shared the intimate bond of innocent childhood sweethearts, cold and aloof by nature. He Wei deliberately kept his distance from Zhang Yan, while Zhang Yan had secretly fallen in love with him since high school. She quietly collected all his preferences, took the initiative to frequent his usual places, and created countless accidental encounters just to catch a glimpse of him. Once, she even mustered up the courage to kiss him boldly under the pretense of drunkenness. Shi Hui was also intoxicated that night and did not resist, letting her do whatever she wanted. This hidden crush had been buried deep in Zhang Yan's heart for years. The outside world held vastly different opinions of them. Shi Hui was a peerless noble young man, outstanding and dazzling, the darling of heaven with unmatched charm and temperament. In contrast, Zhang Yan was known as a reckless and unrestrained young lady from a wealthy family, labeled as a good-for-nothing with capricious behaviors. Everyone thought they were utterly mismatched, like ill-fitting parts that could never fit together. Even so, Zhang Yan's love for Zihui never faded. Unable to suppress her long-hidden affection any longer, Zhang Yan finally made up her mind to confess her love. The moment she was about to utter the words "I like you," strange floating bullet screens suddenly appeared out of thin air in front of her eyes, forcefully instilling a complete novel plot setting into her mind. The bullet screens marked her as the vicious female supporting character of the story, defined Zihui as a sickly, unpossessive male lead, and Mu Wanwan as the pure and kind female lead. They stated clearly that the male lead only had eyes for the female lead and was simply unaware of his own love temporarily. In the future, he would become extremely possessive and hostile, torturing the vicious female supporting character to a tragic end for the sake of the female lead. Meanwhile, the screens exposed Zhang Yan's hidden identity as a secret Yander. She had built a huge golden cage in the basement in secret, planning to imprison Yihui forcibly, unseize everything that belonged to the female lead. Her dark thoughts were completely laid bare by the bullet screens. Instead of panicking or denying, Zhang Yan calmly accepted her identity as a vicious Yander. She had always been willful and unprincipled, taking delight in being willful and cunning, and adhering to her principle of fighting fire with fire. Over the years, she had secretly warned every girl who tried to get close to Zihui, clinging stubbornly to the belief that Zihui could only belong to her alone. The luxurious golden cage was her last resort. If her confession failed, she would use extreme means to lock the man she missed day and night by her side forever. Coming back to her senses amid the overwhelming information, Zhang Yan faced Zi, who has questioning gaze and suddenly changed her mind, lying that her confession was just a casual joke. The moment the false words fell, obvious loss and hurt flashed across Zihui's delicate face, forming a striking contrast with his usual cold indifference. The bullet screens kept refreshing non-stop, frantically spoiling the tragic futures. Yihui would eventually avenge the female lead, and Zhang Yan would die a miserable death. Fully aware of Zihui's hidden inner personality, Zhang Yan realized that they were the same kind of twisted people. Yet the fear of the fated tragic ending haunted her, forcing her to hide her true feelings, dare not show her sincerity again. Zihui stepped closer step by step, his tone aggrieved and suppressed, trying to see through her deliberate disguise. His gloomy and dreary aura sent chills down Zhang Yan's spine, making her flee in a panic and fear. Terrified by the prophesied death ending, Zhang Yan decided to give up her obsessive love the next day and abandon her imprisonment plan. She arranged for servants to dismantle the carefully crafted golden cage in the basement, spacious and exquisitely decorated with soft beds inside. This cage was painstakingly customized for Zihui, carrying all her twisted love and longing. Just as the demolition began, Zihui appeared unexpectedly. He stared straight at the golden cage and surprisingly asked to take it away, claiming that it was for raising rabbits. Zhong Yan was utterly shocked by his request. Connecting his words with his Yander setting, she grew deeply wary. Still, she agreed to give him the cage as a gift and put forward a crucial condition: seriously, no matter what happened in the future, he must never hurt or kill her. Xi Hui only thought she was being absurd and delusional, yet he nodded and agreed helplessly, tormented by tangled emotions. Zhang Yan went to drink with her subordinate Lu Shichuan to relieve her depression. Lu Shichuan had long submitted to her after being defeated and always obeyed her orders, but he was unusually depressed that night. After getting drunk, Lu Shichuan confided his secret crush on Mu Wanwan, the designated female lead. Bound by the novel's fate, he was doomed to be a sad male supporting character who could never gain the female lead's favor. At the same time, he revealed a crucial secret: he could also see the mysterious plot bullet screens, clearly knowing every Jonas character settings and doomed endings. The manipulation of invisible bullet screens, the fixed vicious persona, and the life defined by irrelevant words completely enraged Zhang Yan. She refused to be controlled by illusory text, refused to give up Xi Hui obediently, and rejected the so-called unbreakable happy ending for the official couple. Breaking free from mental shackles, she rushed to Xi Hui's residence without hesitation, determined to face her heart and confess her love sincerely. After arriving, she confirmed the authenticity of the bullet screen setting. Xi Hui privately kept handcuffs, fully matching the hidden Yander hobby mentioned in the spoilers. Alone in the room, the atmosphere was ambiguous and tense. Zhang Yan tried to seize the handcuffs to test his bottom line, blatantly exploring his dark side, and even bred the twisted desire to imprison him and watch his fragile, tearful appearance. Xi Hui deliberately concealed his private items, driving her away gently yet distantly. While his hidden possessiveness was undeniable, during their deadlock, Mu Wanwan arrived in the rain. She shared an exclusive private promise with Xi Hui, interacting with him tacitly and naturally. The bullet screens flooded the vision with sweet moments of the official couple, stabbing Zhang Yan's heart sharply. Overwhelmed by jealousy and possessiveness, Zhang Yan ordered a large number of handcuffs and fetters online on the spot, resolving to reverse the predicament, imprison Xi Hui, and become his only master. She squeezed directly between the two as an uninvited light bulb, disrupting their private time and refusing to leave, blatantly declaring her possessiveness over Xi Hui. When the three fell into an awkward deadlock, Lu Shichuan rushed over abruptly. The four of them had to take the same car together. Under the peaceful surface, undercurrents surged silently. Xi Hui kept a deliberate distance from Mu Wanwan, but his possessive desire for Zhang Yan was obvious and uncontrollable, hiding endless jealousy and obsession in his heart. The next day, Zhang Yan met Lu Shichuan alone to exchange secrets. They confirmed that they could both see the destiny bullet screens and fully understood their doomed roles: Zhang Yan as the vicious female supporting character, Xi Hui as the Yander male lead, Mu Wanwan as the pure female lead, and Lu Shichuan as the sad male supporting character. The two quickly formed an alliance to defy the established plot. They decided to break up the official couple and satisfy their respective desires. Zhang Yan would take Xi Hui for herself, and Lu Shichuan would pursue Mu Wanwan, fighting against the fixed fate together. To achieve their goal, they plotted a drugging and imprisonment plan, intending to knock Xi Hui unconscious, cut off his contact with the female lead, and lock him up completely. Zhang Yan set up a dinner party trap and mixed drugs and Xi Hui's favorite dishes. However, the plan backfired completely. She and Lu Shichuan accidentally took the drugged food and fainted one after another, falling into the trap carefully set by the fully prepared Xi Hui. When Zhang Yan woke up, she found herself trapped in the golden cage she had given away, locked tightly with no way to escape. Xi Hui appeared with an eerie and cold smile, confessing his premeditated scheme without concealment. Fearful of the predicted tragic ending, Zhang Yan collapsed and begged for mercy, questioning why he broke his promise not to hurt her. Yet Xi Hui confessed his twisted and obsessive love gently. He exposed all the false settings of the novel. He had never loved Mu Wanwan. For 8 long years, Ever since he saw the first bullet screen at the age of 16, his heart had belonged only to Zhang Yan. All the plots and character divisions defined by the bullet screens were all shackles. The so-called male lead, female lead, supporting male and female roles were all misplaced. The truth was shocking. Zihui was the infatuated male supporting character deeply in love with the vicious female supporting character Zhang Yan, while Mu Wanwan and Lu Shichuan were the real official male and female lead in the original story. He had long seen through Zhang Yan's wild nature, indulged in her extreme paranoia and exclusive love, and craved the golden cage she built with all her heart. His only wish was to lock her by his side forever, monopolize all her attention, and he had never had the slightest thought of hurting her. Zihui recounted all his grievances over the years Zhang Yan's perfunctory closeness in childhood, her drunken kiss that confused his identity, and her casual flirting followed by indifferent estrangement had left him in endless internal suffering. He collected handcuffs and prepared all kinds of restraining items just to respond to her twisted desires, for they were two identical Yanderes who understood each other's dark nature best. Trapped in the cage, Zhang Yan finally recognized the long-hidden mutual secret love between them. Filled with helplessness and complexity, she pretended to be weakened, confessed her love to resist and escape, but was always firmly controlled by Zihui. Zihui returned with Lu Shichuan and Mu Wanwan and took the initiative to unlock the cage and set Zhang Yan free. One reversal after another unfolded. Mu Wanwan admitted that she could also see the destiny bullet screens. She had been acting intimately with Zihui all along, cooperating with him to break the fixed plot setting. All four of them were prisoners of the false game plot, trapped in misplaced identities and involuntary fate. Full of guilt, Zihui apologized sincerely for his years of concealment and extreme imprisonment behavior, admitting that the golden cage had always been his deepest desire because it carried the most sincere love from Zhang Yan. In the ultimate emotional reversal, Zihui took the initiative to walk into the golden cage, handed the key to imprison himself to Zhang Yan, obediently catered to all her hobbies, and took the initiative to ask for silver handcuffs, willing to be completely controlled by her. The four finally untied all misunderstandings and broke the rigid official couple bond imposed by the novel. The moment they reconciled and broke free from fate, all the restrictive bullet screens disappeared completely. A cold system voice echoed in the entire space, revealing the ultimate truth of the world. The four protagonists were not fictional novel characters, but real players participating in an immersive survival game named True and False Lovers. Yander settings. Destiny bullet screens and tragic fates were just the settings of the first game instance. At the announcement of the system that they had successfully cleared the first level, all four recovered their real memories in the real world. They were close friends and loyal teammates who had grown up together. The system immediately announced the official launch of the second game level, The Vanished Her. United as always, the four stood side by side, ready to face the unknown dangers and tests of the next round of challenges hand in hand.